1917, in 1917, he joined the faculty of Government College, Mangalore. From 1920 to 1923, he subsequently taught at Government College, Coimbatore, and at Presidency College, University of Madras in 1921 to 1923. In 1924, he was appointed first librarian of the University of Madras, and in order to fit himself for the post, he travelled to England to study at University College London. After coming from UK, he was heading the Madras University Library and devised a universal fame colon classification, classified catalog code, and published a book titled Prolegomena towards Library Information Science, which is still known as a Bible of the library classification and cataloging scheme, followed in all the libraries. From 1925 to 1944, he took up the job at Madras in earnest in 1925 and held it until 1944. From 1945 to 1954, he served as a librarian and as a professor of library science at Hindu University in Varanasi. And from 1947 to 1954, he taught at the University of Delhi. From 1954 to 1957, he was engaged in research and writing in Zurich. The doyen and the messiah of the profession, he worked meticulously to uplift the Indian public library system and made it as open access system for common man and enacted first Tamil Nadu Public Library Act in the year 1948. And this paved the way for other state government of India to follow and enact the Library Act in their state. By recognizing his noble work for the profession, he had been honored with Padma Shri Award by the Government of India in the year 1957. He penned 5 laws of library science during his tenure in the Madras University Library, which are the grammar for the profession of librarianship. They are globally accepted and followed by all type of the libraries in our Mother Earth. In 1957, he was enacted as honorary member of the International Federation for Information and Documentation, that is FID, and was made a vice president for the life of the Library Association of Great Britain. Ranganathan's final major achievement was the establishment of the Documentation Research and Training Center, that is the DRTC, as a departmental and research center in the Indian Statistical Institute in Bangalore in 1962, with which he remained associated for the rest of his life. In 1965, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan was honored by the Indian government with the title of National Research Professor in Library Science. As per thought of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, librarians not as a curator of books, but facilitator to their use for communication of information and creation of knowledge. To achieve this, he worked at intellectual, administrative, political, and social level. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan is considered to be the father, the doyen, the messiah of library and information profession in India. Such a great personality was passed away from on 27th September 1972. We give great salute to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. And once again, congratulate National Librarian Day. Happy National Librarians Day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing our today's guest. Now I would like to call and request our today's guest, Assistant Professor Ved Pathak ma'am, to guide and nurture us on today's topic. Over to you, Ved Pathak ma'am.
जॉइन करते तोपर्यंत हे पीपीटी हॅलो
हाँ हेलो हेलो सांगा फोन का लागला हेलो On this special occasion in our college, under the Department of Library and Information Science, we organize a guest lecture for the same. We get very knowledgeable guest lecturer. Here, I introduce her in brief. Today, our guest lecturer is Assistant Professor Smita Y. Ved Pathak. Presently, she is working as a librarian in Bharati Vidyapeeth Deemed University, New Law College, Pune. She had cleared SET exam in 2009. She also wrote some articles in various international and national and international journals. These are as follows. Her topic is branding the achieving customers loyalty, which is published in the journal Indian Streams Research Journal. Second one is use of ICT in today's librarianship. This was it is published in Bharati Vidyapeeth Review Journals. Third article is information consolidation needs of the hours. This article is published in the International Journal of Multifaceted and Multilingual Studies. She also successfully coordinated the DELNET National Level Workshop on 12th November 2016. Such a great personality we get today's occasion. So please, I request Assistant Professor Vedpathak ma'am to please continue to your lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing our today's guest. Now I would like to call and request our today's guest, Assistant Professor Smita Vedpathak ma'am, to guide and nurture us on today's topic. Over to you, Vedpathak ma'am.
Good morning, all of you. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are
Am I
audible.
audible? Yes. Good morning, all participant librarians. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan's birth anniversary. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Jyoti ma'am to inviting me to share my knowledge with the students of your college and the faculty members and the college administration for inviting me for this good occasion. I would like to share my PowerPoint presentation, but some technical issues there. So I will like to directly start my session. Is it okay, Nehal ma'am? Hello? Open. Hello?
Hello. Hello, Vedpathak madam, please continue.
Hello? Hello?
Madam, continue. Please continue, madam.
Today's our lecture is on importance and availability of e-resources in legal studies. We all welcome to our library. All librarians are welcoming to the library to the students for getting the knowledge and information sources. First, before going to legal study, we will see what is research. The Webster's International Dictionary is giving definition of research as careful critical inquiry or examination in seeking facts or principal diligent investigation of certain topic, where diligent is having or showing care about and ascertaining is finding out for certain or making sure about something. Then, Dr. Francis Bacon, research is power of suspending judgment with patience, of mediating with pleasures, of asserting with caution, of correcting with readiness, and of arranging thought with surplus plan. So basically, what law students are doing is the research or to finding the case investigation. Who are what are the case important facts, and to let them know to the judges and get the judgment. So connectivity in research and legal study is because law is an instrument of social change and it must keep pace with the progressive modern society. And legal research is the process of identifying and retrieving information necessary to support legal decision making. Its applicability means the legal research applicability is for legislators, lawyers, judges, academicians, and students. For today's crowd, academicians and students have joined for this lecture, and as it is law is instrument of social change, to keep pace with progressive modern society, we should go to the resources which are applicable in today's modern era. This information era, with this information explosion, we will have to see what are the legal resources or what kind of searches our students and academicians are doing. For law students to find the case laws, acts, ordinances, rules and regulations, parliamentary debates, amendments, notifications, speeches, research articles, videos, circulars, legal news, commentaries, and book reviews, and various websites are very much important. The availability of legal resources are in various forms. Some are commercial databases, which are giving us thorough knowledge of our legal studies and various access points to these legal knowledge. There are commercial availability of e-resources and the free availability of e-resources, which is also known as open source availability of e-resources. In the field of law, the various commercial databases are acting, which are Manupatra, SSC Online, Westlaw, LexisNexis, Wine Online, AR Online, CLA Online, Taxman Online, Law Finder, and all other databases like JSTOR, Bluer Arbitration, which are subject specific, Economic and Political Weekly, eJurix, and nowadays what databases which are earlier available in CD format, now available in AR online format also. These are commercial databases giving us access with paid format and which are leading law publishers and giving us various search points like Manu search, legal search, search by case laws, search by bench, search by judgment, and all other access points. These databases have their own facilities and specialties with them, but their costs are very much high to getting it done for any institution. It is not easy to get all the databases at a time. So we should go for the free resources, which can give us our required knowledge in the free form and which we can search directly by internet with the websites of these various knowledge sources. The first of free legal information source, I have bifurcated these resources as legal information sources Indian, legal information sources international, which are freely available, some multidisciplinary resources, which are giving the interdisciplinary information, but we can get for law also, and some other resources which are freely available. The links of these resources they will share with you afterwards. So first we'll look for various Indian free legal information resources. First is Juris. It means Judgment Information System. It is database of catalog developed by National Informatics Center, India. Contains complete text judgment of all reportable and non-reportable judgments of Supreme Court of India from 1952, 50 to till date. Also case list of Supreme Court of India and 50 high courts and district courts of Allahabad, Chandigarh and Delhi. Likewise, we have to access information by its website. The second important open source legal information source is Supreme Court Judges Library. 42,000 case logs since 1950. Subject, party name, and famous case name wide search is available on this resource. The third one is India Code Information System, which is compilation of all central legislatory acts, can be searched by title, year, act number, and objectives of the act. So, for law students, it is very important to know the act, its details. So, this is compiled resource for getting the acts by its number or title or the year of the act. Fourth one is National Portal of India. This is the india.gov.in, which enables to various acts, bills which are not in act, but proposed bills of state governments, government policies, rules, gadget notifications are given on National Portal of India, which is also helpful for law students to move on for their studies and moot court competitions also. In India, they can apply this knowledge and get marks for their memory here. Indian Kanun. To make available legal information to common masses, it harvests the content from several websites. There are various websites which are government websites and other websites, and has made the content searchable through a single window known as Indian Kanun. Next one is E-Court System of India. E-Court System of India contains High Court of Delhi and other high courts websites for where you can get the Supreme Court Judge Library kind of thing, and you can search the cases name wise or party wise, subject wise, and famous cases of recently reported cases also you can search there. Econ system is you must be very much familiar with this for doing your internship and all those things. Maybe now the first year students have been joined just, but they will know accordingly by their teachers to how to search the cases in the ecosystem of India. Next one is Legal Information Institute of India, which is initiated in the year 2010. It includes assessment to the legal information that republishes by broad search engines provided by search engine with full Boolean and proximity searching. Hyperlinks are also available for the other websites on this site. This is LII is the short form of this website. The Boolean and proximity searching you must be knowing. In Google also you are searching with making it colon and the word search, free text search, and all this search. But Boolean search is applying the word and, not, or these operators can be used and make your search refinedly. Means if you get 100 results for a single word, you can put the phrases in that and you can get the minimized result, but the very specific result of the search. The next one is Ministry of Law and Justice. This can give you the our law and justice ministry, what they are doing, what the activities of their actions, and the programs provided by the Ministry of Law and Justice. Advocate Coach. Advocate Coach includes over 6,000 legal forms, including legal tips, area of law, agreements, their acts, rules and regulations, Supreme Court judgments, etc. There are 110 legal categories for getting the knowledge. Advocate Coach is very much essential and applicable resource for the students which are new in this field and get the direct legal forms, the formats of the forms to be submitted, and which is source for knowing the forms and formats or drafting themes. The first year students can also use very easily to this source. The next is Indian Law Institute. The Indian Law Institute have free access to all its publications. Indian Law Institute publishes various articles in this legal field, the research articles and various important notifications also they are publishing. They have various publications, but and like Journal of Indian Law Institute, which is very renowned and important journal for the law faculty and students to know what kind of research is going on in the legal field. The National Human Rights Commission of India. In being a legal professional, you must be aware of various law commissions and law commission for human rights commissions, environmental seal, all these things you should be aware of it, and they have their own websites. There you can get the information about their internships, the what human rights commission is doing, their projects, and all those things. The live law, where you can get the legal news which is making aware you about the current knowledge of your field. The barbench.com is another website which is freely available and which can give you the advocacy skills and advocates things with you. These were some Indian resources which are freely available. We have some international resources which are freely available of various countries, where first is Cardiff University. This is second is US Supreme Court judgments. Like our Supreme Court judges library, we should have the US Supreme Court judgments also. Similarly, Canada Supreme Court judgments and International Court of Justice. This is International Court of Justice where international cases are reported. As you know, the recent case of Mr. Zadhav, which is going on in the International Court of Justice against ministry, government of Pakistan and government of India is going on that. These kind of cases we can see, like one case against our Italian government for our fishermen's arrest by their people. Like these cases we can see on International Court of Justice website. We can refer those cases from there. The Commonwealth of Australia, the Law Commission, like our Law Commission, we should see the Law Commission of New Zealand, Law Commission of UK. These are also free websites, and there also you can get very important material for your international moot court competitions, as well as for applying for internships in international firms. You can get this knowledge freely on these websites. International Law Commission, United Nations High Commission for Human Rights, Asian Human Rights Commission, and World Legal Information Institute. These both the PowerPoint pages what we have shared are specifically giving us the legal information and cases, case laws, and all those things. These are related to your specific field of lawyering and legal profession. Some other databases, some other resources are also there, which are multidisciplinary, which gives us other fields knowledge also, like political science, and all those things. The first is directory of online journals, online books, and directory of online access journals. These are both databases gives us freely available content, books and journal articles in this. The subject wise option is there to search for your law or political science or social science like this. Third one is NDL, which is National Digital Library of India. NDLI is the website of it, where you can get various subject materials. Though our UG students cannot get much material on it regarding subject, or their course material is not there as much as, but we should have some other material Central Board of Examination material from 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 you can get there, but that material is also helpful to know the legal resources or our bills or so political science or civics, which is very important to law students. The third one is American doctoral dissertation. This is again an international database. Like our Shodh Ganga, it is the American doctoral dissertation database, which gives us dissertations of American doctoral theses are there, which are applicable to more to faculty or research students or the PG students of our side. ERIC is the another database which is very important. Third one is Union Catalog of Digital Resources, Oyster. This is all digital resources are cataloged over here. Some of the websites you can get there which are freely available. The resources can guide you to the free resources of it. And the last one which I would like to share with to you for your college also, the InfiniNet Enlist database. There you can get the JSTOR access in it, and JSTOR is very much important database for the social science students, and law faculty it comes under social science faculty. So you can get the Enlist InfiniNet, which is a paid resource by initiative of UGC InfiniNet for specifically for college library, and college libraries can get their knowledge very much essential knowledge, and you students can also access it. There are 1.67 lakh ebooks and some 6,300 journals, and those journals contains very numerous number, huge number of articles in it, which are applicable to for your research in your field, to write a research article. Our students also writing from first year, they are writing research articles in the legal field. The another network you can say is the Delnet. Delnet also gives very much good access. It's a network, library network, where sometimes what happens, we should not have some rare books for our field. They are available to other libraries. So interlibrary loan availability, their catalog is in Delnet, and both of these resources are giving remote access to their students or to their users. So you can use it on your ID password based facility. At your home also you can access those facilities. The earlier also what we have seen, the paid resources also there. They are giving nowadays free access or remote access, not free access, to their users. Because of this corona situation, we have to have the access of these information at our home. So here is the list of some other databases which we have not discussed earlier. JSTOR free access is also there. There open source database access. which have the link like https about.gestor.org, and open access means /OA and free. The another one is deeply.com. Open information is also available there. Oxford, Harvard journals are also have their online initiative, and they have given some earlier content to their users on free basis with these websites. I will share this PPT with Jyoti ma'am for giving you the knowledge of these all links, which you can get directly at your home and all those things. So the importance of availability of free resources we have to discuss now. I have directly gone to the legal research and their availability of it directly, because the flow was like that. But the importance nowadays, like you are all are studying online, and you are not getting access to library of yours directly. Physical access is not there in the libraries, college libraries. Though good material is in library, but it is in print form. And for legal field, as a librarian, I have faced many problems from last year, because no availability of e-textbook in the legal field. No publisher is there. No publisher was there in the last year to give us textbook for law students for their use at remote access. But because of this corona situation, we are coping up with the situation. Same, the publications are also coping up with this situation and offering the e-text books to us. But still, their cost is very high, because the publications are giving, they are using various paid platforms for giving us the services. But now the availability of those ebooks is also there. Your librarian can go through it because EBC Reader is one facility. LexisNexis publication is also given. The e-textbook facility, they are having 210 textbooks of there, including some commentaries which are essential for law students. And Thomson Reuters is also giving. They are giving from last year. The ProView is the they are giving Indian and foreign textbooks also making available. Cambridge Books is also giving the ebooks facility to us. These are general things, but they are paid services, so I have not discussed in this PPT. Because your librarian has told me to focus on the free e-resources. Hope you understand my things to tell. And the free legal information resources, according to me, they are more important to you than the multidisciplinary resources, because for first, second year, you should understand specifically the legal access point of views. What you have to search is very much important, which is essential to you. You should know that. That is why I have discussed more on the free legal information resources and not the general or multidisciplinary resources. That those also known to your librarian, and your librarian is your another teacher, who is not teaching you in the classroom, but they are helping you. Your library people, library staff is helping you to get the proper and effective, very essential and to the point specific information. So thank you from my side for allowing me to share my views on this. Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. If some questions are there, I am ready to give answers regarding our presentation. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Hello.
madam, you are audible.
Yes.
Snehal.
Thank you, ma'am, for this knowledge you are sharing with us in this session. Now, I would like to hand over the session to Ashwini Dhadge, student of LLB first year, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, all of you. I am Ashwini Babasaheb Dhadge, student of Sir Senapati Hambirrao Mohite Law College. Now it is the time to convey our gratitude to all of you. First of all, thank you, Ved Pathak ma'am. You are sharing very valuable and interesting thoughts and information with us in a very simple and easy manner. So, at the outset, on behalf of the college organizing committee, I would like to express my profound gratitude to our principal Sinde sir. You have been constant support and you have give us lot of encouragement. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to extend my vote of thanks to library department, our teachers, Patil ma'am, Bacche ma'am, Garud sir, Kale sir, Chauhan ma'am, Deshmukh ma'am, and non-teachable staff of our college. Last but not the least, I thank you all of you students for showing their interest in the program. And once again, thank you everyone for making the session successful. Thank you all of you. So our today's session, successful session is end here. Thank you all of you.
Thank you.